New year, I'm about growth, so it's on to the next. Do my own thing, I ain't even try to flex. But they can't fuck with Randy and it really got them vexed. Living through the
Yo, it's the Jungle Report podcast. It's your boy Vince Swoops. I'm here with a couple of my guys, man. Dot
Randy
G,
Sav, you
Randy
know the vibe.
Sav.
You
Another week, man. A little delayed. Apologize for that. But it's been an interesting week. Starting off again, R.I.P. to the good brother Surdy. If you want to start there, Randy, or you think we should start somewhere else?
RP my boy James, that's all. For me, we
That's
can
it.
start there. I don't mind.
Yep. He was laid the
I
rest today. This is
Nah,
pre-recorded, so
tomorrow morning. Tomorrow
it'll be
morning.
yesterday.
But yeah, it will be yesterday. Man. I just came from my boy's service. It was a beautiful service. It was heartbreaking, man. I didn't expect to cry that much. Some of the gang was with me. My son Ted was with me. My son Ral. My son Lefty was with me.
Real
It was
shit.
different. My son, I linked up with a few dogs on the floor. They was there. My son Marv. And it sucks that times like these got to come around for us to see each other. And every time, it's so cliche because every time somebody die, somebody say the same thing. But it's so sad. It takes for something like this to happen for me to see all my dogs and shit. Cause like after the service, like when my son James was alive, he always brought people together. After the service, it was like a big like Thanksgiving, like minus the food and stuff. I didn't expect like to experience that vibe. I needed that vibe at the end of the night. So just to like finish it off on a good note and acknowledge the positive. I'm happy I got to see my boys. I wish my son James was there. He was there. I felt him. For me, we was just smoking dope by the casket and shit after. It was just sad, man. It was crazy.
Real talk. Again, as we said
I'll be
before,
my
it's
boy.
R.I.P. So we gonna move. We not gonna make this a very sad podcast this today, but we just have to acknowledge greatness and the energy like no other.
Amen. My boy Water wouldn't want it to be no sad shit either. So
Facts.
we're gonna keep conquering our goals, MBD shit, keep dominating the competition. You feel me? And like my boy used to say, no matter if you're suffering, you're sad, just know that you gained another angel. If you're going through a difficult situation, just be grateful for what you got, cause just know somebody may be going through something much tougher. So that's just what I remind myself through these times. You feel me? The words of my boy, like, and that's that. I'm gonna continue to chase greatness. That's it.
Absolutely. And we gonna take some drinks from what's in this cup. It's in this cup. Take a drink from my boy.
Let me get my honey first. Fact.
Henny. We need a sponsor.
What honey have here?
What you got in that cup, Dad? That made you make an ugly face. It's funny as hell.
What he said is in there?
Like we
Tequila.
ain't shouting no brands out that ain't paying us. No free promo
Or
2020.
just know it's yak. That's what I'm gonna say. It's the yak. That's what I'm saying. Shout out Jiggy over there. Let me just know the vibes.
That's a fact. That's family. So you see what we got on this episode, Jiggy Aura merch, man. If you haven't, go
Take
follow
over.
at Jiggy Aura
You
on
taking
all
over.
I
streaming
need to hit
platforms.
this nigga E
I
cups
mean,
and
social
He
media
got something
platforms.
for you already. You gotta just reach out. That's it. He got it. He's gonna send it to you next day, bro. It literally takes one day for him to get it to you.
yeah, yeah, cause it don't take nothing to ship to Cali, right?
I
Mm-mm.
don't know.
Say that.
Nigga, he ships all over the United States, nigga. He done ship to niggas Arizona, Boulder, Colorado, Nebraska, nigga.
He
Say
ships
that.
me.
Say that.
She ships shit to me up here upstate, man. So I know it don't take no
You know what I
time.
mean? He ships them to me in New Jersey. When I moved to Queens, he shipped something to me. Bushray, nigga, he'll get to you. He like the CIA. He gonna get to you.
He say like the CIA. Chill.
that
Don't throw that title tag.
nigga, he make sure you get that package. No
Nah,
funny.
that's a fact though.
So that's to my son Bodega too. He sent me a few
Facts,
packages too. Shout out
facts,
Fat
facts,
Lungs.
facts. Vet lungs. Elite merch, elite
Elite
bags, elite
designer.
flavors,
Mm.
elite flavors. Shout out to it.
Yeah, man. How y'all niggas been doing, man? Y'all niggas chilling?
I mean, I'm all right. I mean, like I said, I was a little annoyed earlier. You know, still going through my situation. So it'll be days where I just ain't feeling nothing.
Growing pains, baby. That's it.
That's it. Well, like, once I'm in my space, in my zone, all that stuff not gonna matter because it's gonna be behind me.
Hmm. You ain't know I'm here. We spoke behind the scenes of the podcast. You know I'm here. You need anything, gang?
That's a fact. I
It's a
appreciate
fact.
you for that. And I
Yeah.
appreciate anybody that's been there for me during that time. And to the niggas that was there, but they was there to use it as oh, this, that, and the third. Try to have one up on me. Y'all niggas
Well,
keep
I
that.
told you so. Fuck
Yeah,
that shit.
keep that energy, bro. Cause I don't need that around. Cause the kind of niggas we are, we stand up men. And whether we told you so or not, if I say I'm your brother, I'm never gonna kick you while you down.
I don't know.
I'm not
That's
gonna kick
corny.
you at all, first of all, but I'm not definitely not gonna do while you down.
Nigga, I don't care if I told you so to you blue in the face. If you wanna go and just make the mistake, you feel me, live through the mistake, then I gotta let you do that. You feel me? In my head I knew I told you, I ain't gonna remind you. That's it.
Exactly,
I'ma still tell you. But niggas
exactly.
just know we all going through shit. So for the niggas that say I told you so, them niggas going through shit 10 times worse. They just happy somebody else is going through something so they can, you feel me, temporarily
Make them feel
distract
better about
themselves.
themselves.
So
Facts.
don't even watch that. Fuck that.
That's a fact. Um,
But 22, my 22. I'm trying to be a new nigga for real, for real.
I want to
Or
say
You
not
is
new.
that nigga already, gang. That's
Why
a
would you?
fact.
I'm not saying new. I would say improved, because I don't think
Improve.
uh,
any of us have significant character flaws. It may be things we could do better, but characteristic flaws, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about you, Doc.
no, I'm just saying I want to be a better person for me. You feel me?
I feel it.
Not really for. It's like, yeah, those improvements you was talking about. It's like I want to chase those like they was significant character flaws. You feel me? So it's like, you feel me. I just keep improving. I keep becoming a better nigga. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So
I
it's
feel
like
you on that one.
I want to, like, that's why I'm saying, as much as it isn't a new me, you feel me, but the energy behind it, so to say, like, the I want to be unfamiliar. I want this me that came into 2022 to be unfamiliar to me when I'm going into 2023. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
That,
Yeah.
that's the type of, and that's where my head is at. That's where I want to. That's what I'm chasing for.
Just make
And
that change. Every
yeah,
every day, my nigga, is little shit you can do. Just make that change. It comes
every
from
day.
taking a shit in the morning. Like you feel me? You gotta do that differently, then do that differently. Then you put your socks on differently. Feel me? Compartmentalize it. That's it. That's what you gotta do.
We nine
Facts.
we 9 days into the new year, and I think a lot of us have realized, even me, just doing things differently, taking things serious, more serious. Like again, like I said, the fitness part. I want to lose this gut. You feel me? I don't mind being a big nigga, but this gut, I ain't trying to have that right now. You feel me? Excuse me.
Super.
Um, Also my credit, like I've been on it with my credit. I didn't need a credit company to help me do that. I sat there, watched a few YouTube videos, did my own research, and I'm like, all right, I don't got bad credit or a bad credit history. It might be a couple of minor things. I handle that right away. Boom, get this off there, get off that off there. Boom, I know how to dispute this. I know how to dispute that, and I'll raise my credit like 30 points within these 9 days.
Congrats. That's
So
it.
I've been on some whole other time, and like even the fact of asking for help, just understanding you can expand within your own network. Talking to family that I haven't talked to in a long time, because I have a whole family on the West Coast that I not because we had any bad things going on, but I just didn't speak to him because I didn't want to look like I was asking for a handout. But I have family members that's been wanting to share information with me for the longest because they see what I'm doing, they love what I'm doing. But that mindset we get in the hood of, oh, we can't ask nobody for help, we can't get a handout, was fucking with my mind. When I had people that had information that I needed, and all I had to do was ask how to how to do it, ask for information, and they more
You
than
gotta
willing to share it.
utilize the resources. Word up. So
Absolutely.
utilize the resources. Sometimes we trying to like branch out, looking for new shit, not realizing everything we need is right in our circle.
Hmm.
You gotta just it come with like the way you think, bro. Like if your goal is to just be lit, then you only gonna get that out of your circle. But then once you change up the way you thinking and you really want some new, different, substantial goals, you start realizing like, oh, Brody's into this, this bro's into that. Like you feel me? We could match up. You feel me? Like
Max out.
that's it. Niggas don't even realize like. So it's good that you're making that change. I've been making that change also. And I'm grateful for like when we come have our discussions, a lot of shit that y'all going through. I be going through the same stage in my own life, and like a lot of shit I be saying, I utilize it too. So I'm just
Absolutely.
glad we on the same page. That's refreshing. That's what's up right there.
Absolutely. Before the year is out, because you know Randy, his family's from Puerto Rico, my family's from Belize, Dot family is from Haiti and Jamaica. Before this year is out, I'm learning about the real estate in those markets. We gonna
Hmm.
have we like we already got land in places because our family, but nah,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna.
need my own.
But I'm going to own land in the country my people was from. Randy's going to own land. Like this is the kind of stuff that I'm on right now. Like boom,
Super.
how much like I'm looking out there getting land, couple acres, ain't shit. That like literally when niggas it's when niggas was getting what PPPs for 50, 60 bands, 10 bands that can
Hmm.
get you property over there.
It's very doable. What up?
So I'm
It
saying
get you a whole facility, nigga.
that's
Excuse
what
me.
I'm saying though. So that's why I'm getting my credit right in America, but I ain't tripping too much because I'm like my plan is not to stay here forever. Like yes, I'll be a dual citizen. I'll always be able to come back. I'm gonna keep me a little place out here. I don't really care for owning a home in America at all because I don't feel like paying property taxes and all that. But I'm gonna own a home in Belize. I'm gonna own land in Belize. So whenever you gotta build on my stuff, you're gonna have to pay me. I ain't selling
Straight up.
nothing.
Trying to open up a dispensary.
I'm
Oh, but
trying
that's
to
the other thing I wanted to do this year.
OTR. They love the weed over there.
that too.
I wanted to attack like the business aspects of the things that we be trying to do. I want to like attack it differently, like build business plans, build like projection dates, like fucking
Deadline this.
like yeah, get shit, really get on your executive shit. You feel me? 'Cause it's like yo, you either you take life and you make it what you want to make it, or like it makes you whatever it want to makes you. You feel me? And I'm starting to realize that like
Hmm.
a lot of the free time we just be bullshitting, or not even. Well, not saying niggas be bullshitting, but it's just you don't realize how much you can get done in a day in 24
Yep.
hours. You get what I'm
Like you
saying?
said, niggas be bullshit.
Niggas be
Yeah,
Life
for
is like
sure.
clay. You feel me? You gotta shape that shit. No
Because
funny
that's what
shit.
I'm saying.
you're right.
So
Go ahead.
that's what another thing I was trying to get into this year. You feel me? Just like just because
There's
we
no
some we
trying.
man.
There's no trying. We doing. Trying
Real.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
last
yeah.
year. We doing shit this year.
Real. Yeah, it's a fact.
Nah, yeah. That's another thing I'm doing my year. Cause it's like I really I want this to be like a point where it was like niggas is grown, but it's like I'm actively taking a step into adulthood. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Where it's like I know I'm planning it out and I'm executing my move proper. You feel me? Set the thing proper. You feel me? But it's the same way like that. So it's like niggas can't question me when I make moves, how I make them, because it's like, I did this shit how I'm supposed to.
No, that's for sure.
or even if it's not how you supposed to, but you know how you want to do
You
it, how you
executed it with a real plan. And
exactly.
before we go there, because you said something about life happening to you, it's a saying that goes, there's three type of people in life. It's people that make shit happen, there's people that let shit happen, and there's people that don't know what the fuck is going on. So which one are you?
Facts. Exactly. I feel like um I've I've had aspects where I made shit happen, and then I've had aspects where I've let shit happen. And I feel like there's been times where I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. You feel me? Life was just happening. And it was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, son, when I got my car, and then he was like, yeah, nigga, you gotta maintain that shit. You gotta do all this other extra shit to keep that shit up. He was like, yeah,
See
you
me,
know,
I ain't got a car now.
son. So it's like, yo, and shit is breaking down, shit is wearing down, shit is, and I ain't know what the fuck was going on. You feel me? So, and then it's like when I started to get an idea, I didn't jump on it as quickly as I was supposed to. So it went from not knowing what was going on to having a slight idea, but I let it happen because I didn't do the research and I didn't execute it the way I was supposed to. So it's just like, son, I'm not trying to let shit happen or not know what the fuck be going on around me no more. You feel me?
I feel you. I'm a person at this point in my life. I like to be not, and I like to be in control just because of the things that I can control. The things I can't control, I don't trip on, but I definitely want to be in control of the things that I can because it allows me to leave little room for error of things that may occur, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
I just like to be as prepared as possible. I know what you mean.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
control freak. I'm an overthinker. I think that adds to my anxiety too. Because I
absolutely.
try to control shit I can't control. But I'm getting better with that now. So I do feel you.
Yeah, the
I
things we
I
can't
think one thing.
control, I understand, but the things we can control, I really don't try to play no games about because we can't allow or not allow those things to happen. And the only time I feel like I don't know what the fuck is going on is when I be on some honestly is in relationships with women. That's it. That's the only time I feel that way. Word to my mother, because
Hit
everything
me on
else,
their own timing.
with everything else, I move how I moved when I used to operate in the streets. I move
Hmm.
on some. I'm not allowing this. I'm not allowing that. And I won't even say my relationships with women. It's only when a woman get a certain title that
I
I
feel
allow certain things. But
it's
other
because
than
you're a
that,
businessman, bro. Wait, the shit you talking about when you do your other little operations, you conduct yourself as a businessman. You don't allow emotions to cloud that
for
judgment. So
judgment
that's
is
that's
absolutely
mad easy. That's just textbook. Because we scholars, bro, we could learn something and then apply it. That's easy. When it comes to love, there's no learning and applying. It's just feelings that don't even make sense sometimes.
hmm
Like you gotta just hold it down. You're like, damn, what the fuck? Like, so I don't know. I be going through that too, and I don't expect to ever like be a right in that aspect. So I'm just dealing with it, like you feel me. But other shit that I can't control, like you feel me, when I'm dealing with niggas, like in terms of business or like a
hmm
job or like music or whatever, all that is business. That shit don't get to me because I know it's a formula to that, and it's a consistent formula. So I do X, Y, and Z, and I get that in return. Sometimes with this relationship shit, it's just gonna be wake up. It might just be a bad day. That's just the way it is. You feel me? Some
hmm
shit it just may not click after you feel me 5 years out of nowhere. Like I'm prepared for that because I've been through that before, and like you feel me, like and it sucks to say, but like I'm ready to experience some turmoil. Like thank God shit's going good right now, but I'm ready for that because you feel me. That's just the way I know how the way shit is.
I think one of the main aspects of relationships that people be so hell bent on having the perfect relationship, they don't realize that if you're incapable of working or getting through something with your partner, then it no matter how perfect you think your relationship is, it's destined to fail.
I
You get
think
what I'm
there's
saying?
no perfect. You feel me? I just think it's just
Not
ugly.
facts,
It's
because
supposed to be ugly. Like
people are people, and people are
it's
going
supposed to be beautiful.
they're going to have mental breaks. They're gonna have bad moods. They're gonna have bad
Hmm.
days. They might be anxiety, whatever the fuck. We know more now about the different mental shit that affects people than we have ever in the past. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
So it's
yeah,
like, son, you can't expect a person to be perfect, but at the same time, what you can expect is a person to put in effort
try.
to
That's it.
to make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in Pete, that's what I'm saying. People be in whole relationships with people for years, bro, years, and they just be tight. They be like, yo, I hate this bitch. And it's like,
Hmm.
yo, bro, like, leave, my nigga, or
Certain people don't leave because they just too comfortable now. It
yeah,
gets to a point for certain people it's not even a relationship no more. It's just like a business. Like you feel me? They know they
like,
make X amount of dollars and they partner make X amount of dollars. So together that income can fuel a certain amount of comfort for them. But that's a dub, bro. That's the loser shit. Like you feel me? If it ain't
because
love, I don't need to be with you, gang. Like and it's just
you
that
gonna
simple.
reach a breaking point eventually,
Yeah.
Shit.
Certain
and
people don't.
you know,
Certain people just
That's
come home every day and just sleep on the couch and drink every day, and they're okay with that because they're
nothing
not
like
homeless.
that.
That's not living to me. To other people, that may be successful to them. That's mediocre. They're okay with that mediocrity. I'm not okay with that. That's depression. I need love. Like you feel me? I need to come home and sleep with my lady. Like you feel me? Other people is not that serious to them. So that's what I go back to what I'm saying. There's no perfect. It all defines what you consider perfect. Like you feel me? To me, perfect is I come home, my shorty's there, we sit down, watch TV for 20 minutes, and then I fall asleep. That's perfect. Other people need 2 hours. Like you feel me? Other people don't want to talk to their shorty at all. They just you feel me?
I
It's
think
just whatever.
what we want, because we low maintenance people and what women want it vary. It's much different. For example, like what y'all saying, basically, yeah, y'all talk about my life on the low, not on some, not because I wanted to be on some shit like, be like, oh, I don't want to fuck with you. Nah, it got to a point where it just got, it wasn't, it wasn't what it was no more. It was just like
Yeah.
the effort ain't there on either. I won't even say on either side because I try my best to make the effort work on whatever. But if somebody's not making the effort, and the kind of person that I am, if you're not making the effort, I'm gonna stop doing certain things,
Yeah, it's a dub.
and
I'm not
then
about
my
to. That's
patience,
surplus value. That's a dub.
and then my patience for you is going to wear thin, and I'm not gonna want to deal with you on the levels that I once deal with you.
Hmm.
So that's the kind of person I am.
Me too. That makes sense. Perfect sense.
But
If it
so
ain't no reciprocation,
that's the exact word, bro. Because Randy, you know how I am. Even with as my friends, how I am with y'all. Like ain't no end of the earth I'm not willing to go to if I tell you that I really care about you. I love y'all. Feel me? Y'all my dogs.
hmm,
So if I'm not feeling that at home, then there's no point in being in for me.
yeah, that's a fact though. For
And
me
it's
too. I feel the same way.
and it's about a level of appreciation. Cause y'all know me, I'm the type of person. If I fuck with you, I'm gonna go above and beyond, just to show, not just to show, but the this, so you know if anybody don't got you, I got you. Fuck it. But that's
That's
that.
because niggas like you be wanting to show people because it's like when you show somebody, they feel it way more than when you tell
Hmm. I mean, Doc, you see firsthand how I maneuver with it, but
them. Son, listen, B. All I can say is that, like, son, people be at different places in their life, son,
absolutely.
and people be at different places in their life. Like, don't get me wrong, I could come in, and like Randy said, just cool, watch TV, 20 minutes with my shorty. And it's like after whatever the hell I've been going through that whole day, that 20 minutes with my shorty is valuable to me. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I'm
But
seeing. Good.
in her eyes, that might just be like you spent all day out there, and you came in, and you only gave me 20 minutes, and now you sleep. You feel me? And she tight about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's what I'm saying. It's the perspectives and places people be in. They should be different. That's simply is why you can't expect a perfect relationship. But
Absolutely.
by the mere fact, if you can sit down and be like, well, shit, you know what, babe, this 20 minutes is valuable to me. And if she be like, well, I just wanted some more time with you, and y'all come to a compromise, well, instead of 20 minutes, I might spend 40 minutes with you. Then I'm a knockout. You feel me?
or
Just
or or,
because,
or what you could do, like you said, the compromise word. You make
yeah,
a plan for things to happen. I want that. You know, my biggest pet peeve is this: don't come to me complaining when
you
you
know,
don't have a solution. You don't have an alternative to change what's going on because I'm not going to want to hear again. But this goes back to what Randy said, my business mindset. I treat things, a lot of things, like a business. If you don't have an
Mhm.
alternative, what are you complaining about? Because
you
you're not
wasting my
coming up with
time.
answers. You're just coming up with problems, and I'm already trying to solve all the problems, all the other problems in my life. So when does it become a team, joint effort? You feel me? All right, boom. I see you working, doing this, that, and the third. Let's plan to do this on this day. Oh, like that's the kind of person I am. Just let's plan.
Well,
Let's make alternatives to do certain things to address those issues instead of just
let's
complaining
not
about
get
the
stuck
issue.
in relationship problems, though.
You said what?
Because, we could do that all day.
Tell
Yeah,
me
we
about
can
it, gang.
we can stay right here for a little minute because we're gonna get into the fresh and fit stuff. But I feel like we started off a little. You feel me?
Oh, yeah,
Not
yeah,
them,
yeah.
but we had to talk about the Brody Surdy. You feel me? So I didn't want
Life
to
is
just
real, gang. Shit ain't down. Life is real. We make the best of everything. We just gonna talk about real shit. It don't
yeah.
matter.
It's a real and this is
Life is real.
things
That's it.
like the Jungle Report podcast. That people always ask what it's about. It's about black millennial men speaking about dealing with the issues of being black millennial men.
Word
And
up.
this is
And this
something
is
that
one
we
of them.
like. We've watched the world change. How Randy, your father raised you. Dot, your father raised you. My father raised me. Feel me? The world that they grew up with and taught us to survive in is not the world that we live in today.
Son, well, I don't know. Y'all might not feel me on this as much, but having a kid, you know what I'm saying, and like raising your kid in today's day and age, it's like in Cali, you can't beat your kids at all.
Oh yeah, they can sue you, right?
They take your kids away.
Oh wow.
Like if
I,
you,
I, I
you
might gotta dig into that a little bit because I know you can spank your child. You probably can't beat them how we used to get
nah,
spanked.
you can't leave no marks on them.
Like you can't leave them in a mark on them in New York. They take your kid.
Oh well, I listen, dude. You have you
You gotta just rough them up. That's it then.
not
Grab them by the arm.
what I'm
I ain't trying
saying.
to get no black and blue anyway to my baby. Like you feel
Yeah,
me?
Facts. But
I'd
I'm
rather
just
just
saying,
take some from them.
it's just like when they say like you remember you growing up and you see kids acting crazy outside and you see them get their ass beat. You
Yeah, it's
feel
only
me?
right.
Or you acting crazy outside and somebody come and beat your ass. You feel me? It was never on some like niggas understood. I think that was more in New York, like especially around Caribbean niggas. But it's like coming
Yeah.
out here and just seeing like there's a difference in how people raise their
I
kids.
definitely don't like the idea of niggas threatening me having my kid that I made. I don't like that. But on the
Yeah,
flip side, you shouldn't be putting hands on a kid like you that's a
yeah.
grown man because it's not.
You shouldn't beat your kid like it's just a stranger. Like again, I got whoopings as a kid too, but even my whoopings, like the reason I'm kind of how I am, and I didn't realize it happened as much until I talked to my brother about it and my sister. My mom's would whoop us, and my pops didn't do it as much. If my pops whooped you, you really did some fucked up shit, cause he's like not whooping and shit. The nigga already like he was just scary enough just by talking to you. Nigga start crying.
Hmm.
So if he whooped you, like the way that my pops in the move, he gonna explain to you why he whooped you. It's not gonna just be I beat your ass. Like yo, this is why you got whooped
this
because you was
this
doing
is the
shit.
consequences of your actions.
And he
This is
going
what
yeah. And then when we have a conversation, especially my mom, because my mom was more likely to whoop us than my pops, but my mother is in the human services field. So she gonna speak to you more and tell you why certain things. So I think like I know Randy at times get mad at me, not so much when I be saying certain things, but it's because my mother always told me to express myself, never
As you should, bro.
to
Yeah,
not
that's the fact.
like a lot of these things that people are doing today. My mom was doing that before because she was working in that field, so she never was
Mine
on
too.
some yo you can't express yourself. She might be mad and initially and won't talk, but then she'll get to a point where she'll hear you out.
All right, for me, my mom, her career was in the same field as well. She's a social worker, MSW for me. So she always told me like to not hold my tongue and express myself. But I was raised a little different. I was told to express myself indoors. So like if me like this
No,
the
for
way I
sure.
treat y'all niggas.
That's true.
This the way I treat y'all niggas. Like yeah, so like you feel me? Like let's say like we was in Brockport for example. Either we in my crib or we in like T Maney and Buford crib or we in your crib. That's a safe haven. I'm gonna say anything. I'm 100% not hold my tongue. When we outside in the party and shit, I'm not giving niggas energy, bro, because them niggas just pussy. Like, that's just the way I feel. You could call me cocky, whatever. Niggas not on my level. You don't gotta, I'm not gonna express myself. You don't deserve to. Like, you feel me? Like, unless a nigga, like, try to step on my toes or something, then I'm like, you feel me? Other than that, I'm not about to just try to, oh, give a speech, here where I'm coming from. Nigga, fuck you, bro. Like, you feel me? You understand where I'm coming from? However you feel, the way I'm behaving, act on it. I'm gonna act on that. Like, you feel me? But like when I'm a gang, you feel me? 100%. Niggas gotta know where I'm coming from. Niggas gotta know how I feel, how I think, how I love. So niggas don't know. Niggas don't ever think that I'm tripping. Like you feel me? But to the outside world, I don't care how I'm perceived. Like so, I'm not about to just
But
pour
even in
my
the
heart out
outside
to them.
world, the way that like
I agree with you.
I've watched the develop because you know what's crazy, bro. I'm looking. We met all each other in like 2012, bro.
hmm
Oh, so it's been
I
10
mean,
10
I mean,
years
years.
I mean that not you know y'all niggas from the floor, so shit, I already knew each other. But I'm talking about like as GSO
So wait,
expanded
as
hold
a
on one second.
whole.
as a
Hold on one
whole.
second. Real quick. Randy.
Me and you knew each other for like a good 18, gang. 17,
I'm like,
18.
is it
Yeah,
almost 20 years? Some
yeah.
shit like
I'm gonna
that.
say, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say. That's like what? That's '05. So 3 more years would be 20 years. That's 17 years.
And,
Because we was Brooklyn Chiefs. Feel me?
and that's what I'm saying.
Facts.
But and even then, so you seen it from childhood to adulthood, and we've seen each other as young men. Feel me? Like coming in, like Randy, I met you. I was 18. Dad, I met you. I was 18 when I met y'all. I'm about to be 28
Yep.
next month.
Yep.
Yeah, I know y'all
God
niggas for
willing.
I know y'all niggas for 10 years.
That's
So just to
big.
see how we all used to react, cause Doc laughs all the time. Like, man, this not he like, you my guy. Same thing as you say, Randy. You my guy, but I remember the old Vince that used to be wilding. Cause people know
Every
Vince Swoops, but people don't know Vince, the nigga that used to be tweaking. Like
viscera.
I was a spaz. I was one of them niggas like, oh if niggas do this, I'm doing that. If
Yeah,
niggas
used
do
to
this, I'm
glitch.
doing that.
Used to definitely glitch.
Like I was always on timing, regardless of what. I don't know why. Well, I know why because of the environment I grew up in, and I had to be that way. But at the same time, it's just like to see a
From my
person.
perspective, you was always a nigga that was love strong. Like from when I first met you, when I went to go visit Brockport in 2012, you had so much love for E, my cousin, and you had so much love for T Maney. You like, oh, this boo boo. Go ahead, gang. You don't got an ID for the party here. Take my ID. Yo, I swear to God, anybody try to try to pop on me, gang. You don't gotta worry about none of that third. Just me and Vince, nigga, for like the first 20 minutes. Like, of course we had talk because niggas had put me in a group chat from September. By now it's like October, November. So we feel me, we talked for like 2 months. But it's our first time like seeing each other. You would have thought I knew my boy for 10 years already, bro. No funny shit.
So you know what's crazy? I feel like I feel like that Brockport link up. Yeah, I was so happy to like meet up with niggas that wasn't like fake,
Yeah, bro.
like wannabe gangster.
Cause there was a lot of niggas there that was some bullshitters, bro. And they be
And
all
then
from Brooklyn. Like, man, get the fuck out of here.
I feel like once y'all realized it was like, oh, this nigga not one of these niggas. You feel me? It was just on some shit like, yo,
It was
it,
just
it was a
genuine.
safe place. You feel
Like
me?
niggas wasn't even looking for that. Like, oh, I'm
Words,
hard, so let me look for the hardest, authentic nigga. It was just on some from
real
all right.
niggas
It's
recognize
like
real
this.
niggas.
Me and T Maney, me and T Maney was already you feel me linked up from the high. You feel me? And of course, Eric was my cousin, so Eric and T Maney got closer. You feel me through Brockport. Then T Maney would come back and we would link with me, Eric, T Maney. We got closer. And then T Maney started bringing Butte to the hood, to the floors. You feel me? We started linking. Then I go to Brockport. I link with Vis. Then we start going to Vis her. It was just all a genuine or organic, authentic link up. Like you feel me? They say
That's a
easy in
fact.
them. Like, and then that's just the way it was, bro. And then it's all about vibe too, because we could have easily went and go visit it, and I could have been on some. Nah, to me, like you feel me?
Radically shit.
That's your man's. Like you feel me? I'm
Facts.
not jacking
There's
Vis, or I'm
certain
not
niggas
jacking
that you
Butte.
did that to too.
And exactly, and them niggas didn't make it to 2022. You feel me? So like it's just like the niggas you with now, and it's crazy because the niggas like Vis and Butte that I met in 2012, like did shit for me, and vice versa, and I got a certain love for them that certain niggas that I knew from the sandbox won't even do for me, or I don't feel a certain way for them the way I feel for these niggas. Like, so I know it's real. You gotta appreciate it because it's just genuine love, bro. It's like you gotta just appreciate shit like that. Niggas not gonna stab you in your back. They're gonna tell you about yourself, like in a real way, not in a coming at you type way, so you can really work on yourself and grow. Gotta be grateful for shit like that. Because if you don't got that, you just got niggas holding you back, pretending to be a bro, talking about you when you leave, trying to fuck with your bitches. You feel me? Trying to watch how much money you got, hating on you, sneak this and sending negativity your way. Like all of that shit is detrimental, bro. You can't like just waste time and hang around niggas like that. Gotta be
Yeah,
grateful for your bros, gang. That's it.
I, I've been growing up and I've been seeing like how some niggas be with they bros, and it's always been such a relieving thing to be able to say, nope, not my niggas.
Couldn't
And
be my
that's
niggas. That's what I
Couldn't
always
be,
say.
and
couldn't
that's
be my
real
niggas.
shit. And that's real shit because like it got to a point because people be like, y'all know I'm from the Bronx. Niggas be like, yo, like, I mean, Randy, you know all the time, right, bro? Anytime I hit the city, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go see my mom and my pops, go see
Hmm.
my little brothers and my sister, and then before I
Pull up
see
to
your uncle, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm linking my niggas,
What
like,
up?
these are my brothers, bro. So it's times I haven't seen my family when I came to the city, but I went to Brooklyn to go see my niggas, cause these is the
Bro, we
niggas that was
family.
my family. These is my family. When we like, I've been there with not nothing to eat with T Maney, you and Buford. We ain't have
That
and
shit
C's.
matters.
We ain't
For me,
have
we
nothing.
struggle together. That shit matters, bro. Niggas don't understand that.
and you know what's crazy? It's like you think about
Even
it
that
as you like
too. Even
older.
that too. That too. That was there. That was living in the Rock, but he was coming. We was when I graduated. If I wasn't in the
Bro,
port, I was with Dot every day.
and before that, in 2013, when we was in a flossy every day, we didn't have no bread, bro. We were just making it happen, bro. Like, you feel me?
But
Like, for me,
that's the shit that be crazy because you think about it, and you be like, yo, you just making it happen with your niggas, and it's like, son,
like
niggas can't,
19,
niggas don't do that.
And you build a
niggas don't
certain
do that.
bond because I be seeing a lot of niggas talking about how they means uh snake them out over a couple of dollars. Like if we out to this restaurant and he like, nah, nigga, y'all niggas don't pay for nothing. Not
Niggas ain't
because
actually, yeah.
not
Niggas ain't all got bread. Niggas ain't actually got bread. We going to eat.
we going
Pull
to
up.
eat.
Facts.
Same shit. If I go get food, yeah, what y'all niggas want, bro? Niggas not
Yeah.
tripping on
Everybody does it.
nah, you don't got bread so you can't eat. Oh, you ain't throwing on this flip so you can't smoke. Nah, nigga, these is my niggas.
Like,
Everybody needs good
like
vibes, so
you
we
know,
gotta ensure
you know
that.
what it was for me, bro. It was the fact that like, yo, I know I never had a doubt in my mind that I could bring a shorty around my niggas and know that she would be safe. You feel me? If I told niggas not to leave it the fuck alone, niggas would leave it the fuck alone. You get what I'm saying?
Stand
If I
up.
gave niggas a word, because simply because I've seen so many niggas that's just weak.
Yep, not us. We moving like BMF, like Big
I'm
Meat said.
like,
Hmm.
We all
I'm
got pussy.
Well, what me
like,
said,
If
we
that,
ain't respectfully, ladies. Sorry for this part, but me said we ain't falling out over no hoes. I
oh,
hell
hit
no.
his hoes, he hit my hoes. Any woman that's off limit, hey man, I ain't gonna touch this lady that's off
That's
limit.
yo, yeah, that's you,
That's it.
gang. That's it.
and you be hearing niggas they been cool for what? They have fucking relationships like us, nigga, over a shorty, and I'll be like, yo, I could not imagine some nigga. I literally,
Listen,
son,
you
son,
know what's
boo,
crazy, Doc?
17 years, my nigga,
You know what's
over
crazy,
a
Doc?
girl.
You know what's crazy,
Niggas is
Doc?
different, gang.
It's shorties in college that may have fucked with me and Randy, or me and Bute. Well, not Bute, somewhat. Not Bute. Bute was he was cuffed up, but me and Maney, and they'll be like, oh. your mans ain't do this or do that. I'm like, yo, don't talk to me about my mans, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what he did. I don't care what he
Word
did or
up.
did not do. I don't
I'm a
care.
bun the
Like,
bitch out like, bitch, get out my face. You lame as hell. Like,
Like,
fuck you for.
and it'd be funny because it's like I'll be talking big shit. You know, some bitches love when they got like niggas in the same circle in their inbox. You feel me? Because they be like, yeah, you know, all
yeah,
these
we know
niggas
one.
when
We know one.
You just all want to fuck. Like,
Yeah, she be
I'll
on
be
some.
like, I'll be like, son, I'll be like, son, fucking could never be my nigga, son. And then they be mad too. They be like, oh yeah, you know, you just ain't bring one bad enough around. I'm like, son. I'm like, so the thing about it is,
We
it's not
we
about
commute.
shorty being, because it's not like niggas might not want to hit it, because niggas don't come around with like, but it's just a respect thing. I
it's
would never be
morals. We
It's
got
like,
morals and
morals.
if
communication, bro. Like, it's been time. Dot, for example, right? It was a joint that came there for me. He and this is old man, but he took down her and her sister. I ain't want her. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I know
I
the story you told me.
I ain't want her. She felt some like she be making it seem like I feel some way. I'm like, yo, I don't care, shorty. Like I don't want you.
You just
and
don't care.
I feel like if I did it correctly, is like I had told him and it was a conversation the whole time. Like, listen, B, you feel me? I don't care at all. You feel me? Shorty giving me the vibes. You feel me? If you want me to dub it, consider it dubbed. But if not, then nigga, damn. Like, but then it's a even that is a respect because it's like it's not like I'm fiending. Like, yo, son, I gotta hit this one, my nigga, because it's like
Man,
you
listen,
feel me, like,
There's gonna be another one.
Dot will
and
tell
I
you
never understood that.
any shorty and Randy, you know how I move too. When I'm single and I was before I'm a changed man now. I don't be wanting all them energies around. But what single old Vis, man, listen, this ain't my girl. I don't care.
Word up.
You know, women say, "Oh, you foul," but it like if I bring a shorty around and she giving my man's energy, yo, this is my man's. I'ma holla at y'all. I'ma walk off. I'm not.
Son, word to mother.
Nigga, any
I
doubt.
forgot I did that to you. Like that is my brother for real. Like my old crib in the Commons. You feel me? Dot had the keys to my crib.
Mm-hmm.
Had the keys to my yo. I ain't got to work the day before Dot got his car. Yo, you can take my car, bro. I ain't doing shit. I
Brotherly love.
I slide
That's
to
like,
a joint crib. I'm there for the day. Use my crib, nigga. Go to my crib, bro. Take my car. Here you go. I don't care. That's how we move. It's a brotherhood. It's a unity. It's not fake. And even in college now, it's a lot of people that I've heard say, "Yo, y'all still friends. Y'all still rock with each other. We ain't never hear y'all fall out over no whole." Even and we have our discrepancies as friends. We do, but y'all never gonna see it on a public setting.
should stay in circle. God, niggas don't understand the importance of that. Shit gotta stay in circle, bro. We're gonna argue about it.
I could never understand how like
That's it.
and this be my shit with shorties, but I ain't even gonna go there right now. It's like how can we both have a problem and as like men we could come together and have a conversation about it and then be like, well, listen, B, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. This is what I'm willing to compromise on. You feel me? What it do? You feel me? And then it's like niggas would be cool after that shit. You get what I'm saying?
That's
Niggas
it.
that have a solution and everything.
Bro, I'm big on having the conversation. I don't care how difficult the conversation is. We could argue, we could not agree, but we going to hear both sides. And that's the thing too. Like like with Randy, even with Randy, we have the funniest arguments because me and Randy both social scientists. So we hearing each other point, we saying our point, but we treating it like a social fucking experiment. So we viewing it way different than most people. They be sitting there, oh, this, that, and that. I'm like, you gotta understand how we view shit, nigga. It's like if you talking to Sigmund Freud and then you talking to what's the other nigga name? Karl Marx. Nigga, like it's just a difference of how we view shit, but we
Frederick
also
Engels.
agree on a
One's a
lot of the same
conflict
shit.
theorist, one's a functionalist.
Exactly.
we seeing it. We're analyzing the same structure, but through different lenses. You feel me?
Exactly. It's like that.
Both
Uh,
make 100%
for
good sense, though.
for people that may not be as familiar, it's like talking like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or Professor X and Magneto. We want the same things. We
Exactly.
just talking about different methods of doing the thing that we want to do,
Hmm.
and that's how we rock. So it's to me, it's cool. Like I'm a person that I like high levels of frequency conversations. I'm not gonna have a if we have an argument and you shut down, it's not gonna work for me because now you letting me just be creative and I'm forming my argument for what I want to hear, and I'm not even getting to hear your side, and I'm not caring no more.
Right.
Because
So
Niggas
now I
don't
feel
know.
like you're too weak to even be able to state your point and back it the fuck up.
I
exactly,
need your point because, like, my argument may have flaws, so your point is gonna shape my flaws,
As,
and vice
as I'm just,
versa.
yeah,
That's why it's important to have a good back and
y'all
forth.
both social scientists, and it's like you feel me. At the same time, when y'all argue with each other, it's like y'all sharpening y'all swords. You feel me?
Yeah, iron sharpens iron, like sparring, boxing,
it's
same
like
thing.
it's like Wu Tang. Like when you put Raekwon and Ghost on the song, Ghost gonna put out a crazy verse, then Ray gonna be like, "Oh nah, I gotta kill that verse." Boom, boom. That's my brother. I love him. We have two different ways of going about things, but I gotta stay on my P's and Q's. You keep me sharp. Feel me? That's it.
Just in case you're tripping.
Just in case I'm tripping. And even the kind of person I am, I ask questions because I don't know if I might be wrong. I ask
Niggas
mad
be wrong
questions.
sometimes. Fuck it.
I don't be tripping, and that's why I fuck with my friends because they gonna tell me when I'm right. They gonna tell me when I'm wrong. They gonna tell me when I could work on some things and when I should just be like, yo, fuck it. So that's what happened when you got brotherhood like that. Again, we was talking about Surdy earlier, R.I.P. to him. He would
No,
just call
P.
you on some shit on, yo, Randy, you still fuck with me, bro?
Word up.
Because we just want to know, like, it's hard to find genuine friends. One of the craziest things is shout out to my nigga Snacks too. And I've only known Snacks for real for like a year, but I talk to him just as much as I talk to anybody because we talk about music and stuff. He told me after I did the Heatmakers interview, a lot of people are not going to see you in the same light because they're going to only see you as what you can do for them. And I've had, not y'all of course, y'all my brothers, but I've had people that I did think was really my mans, and they get on the line, yo, you ain't do nothing for my career, boo. And it's like, yo, hold on. Like, I thought we was friends before all this business shit. Like,
Word up.
but it's not that. It's about what I can do for you. So you get to a point where you don't know who to trust. Who do you want around you? Even with women, like women, dudes, whatever. You don't know if they want to be around you for you, or if they want to be around you because of what the fuck is what they perceive is going on. And I'm not exactly where I want to be yet. It's still work that I have to do, but I'm a lot closer than most people. So
Amen. Slim.
shit be
You
crazy.
don't need a competition with yourself, bro. That's it.
Yeah, B,
Absolutely.
you got it, cause even when the sword not around or the iron not around to help you sharpen yourself, you gotta still, you can't just grow rusty and die, my nigga. You feel me? You gotta keep
Gotta do
maintaining
something.
that ambition, keep sharpening yourself, keep going out, finding the information you need, keep going on, and that's one of the things I've I've realized that's most valuable as like an adult, the ability to guard and acquire information.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, not knowing something isn't a problem, but not knowing and not doing nothing about it, that shit right there, that shit will get you killed.
And just to piggyback of what you're saying, I agree with that. Motivation ties into that as well. Like niggas
Right.
gotta find a motivation, even when you don't got the iron to sharpen yourself. You gotta motivate yourself. That's like even like certain people only thrive in the gym if they got a gym partner. What if that person got something to do that day? You gotta pick yourself up. You can't depend on somebody else to pick you up and shit like that. My football coach, Coach Cam, used to always say he doesn't care if you make a mistake. You got to make it at 100% at 100 miles per hour. So you feel me? You got to just get motivated. You can't sit around thinking all day, oh, what if I don't want to do this because if I do this, I'm gonna look stupid. You gotta get up and look stupid at 100 miles per hour. That's it. Motivate yourself. You
Absolutely.
feel me? That's a fact. Sharpen yourself sometimes. That's it. Pause. But you gotta do that. Cash your own check.
Absolutely.
Right up. What's the next topic we're moving on to?
Um, well, we was talking about families and stuff, so let's we could address the child support one right quick.
Oh.
We can do the fresh and fit. What about the fresh and fit?
Let's go with the fresh and fit. Let's go with the fresh and fit. Did y'all see what fresh and fit was talking about?
So the nigga,
Yeah, I did. No, I seen what Asian doll was on there. I didn't see what they was talking about.
One second. Come on, one
That's the
second.
episode you talking about, or a different episode?
Yeah, it was that. It was with the Asian doll
nah,
joint.
yeah, they essentially they was Asian doll was there, and they kept telling her or her mans or something like that to shut up, basically,
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
and
saying he was being
then
rude because she was having side conversations during the podcast and stuff like that.
yeah. One of the females was being mad, like passive about it, like, and they were still violating. Like she was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna." I'm like, "Wow, she's being mad passive." And even Asian doll was even kind of being passive at first, but then he started just losing it.
nah,
It's
yeah,
like
'cause-
he was trying to pick like she said, just trying to have a moment. That was just mad corny.
but the
And
thing
then the other dude, what you say?
Nah, I was gonna say because the thing that makes it look bad is that when you look at the past videos and how they think about black women, it's like that sort of gives you
A
pitch,
reality check.
yeah, insight
Mm-hmm.
to how they think as to why they was going so hard. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because it's like, son, you ain't had to like really try to violate. It was like, oh, yeah, like, son, if the conversation was that real, spin that shit. You fucking run a podcast, my nigga. You supposed to be able to manipulate the aspects and elements of whatever the fuck it is
Allegedly,
you
one of them
doing.
niggas is a fed though, or like ex-military or some shit. So,
So what? Fuck that nigga.
nigga not even of the culture. If we being for real, you don't identify as black from what I've been hearing. That's one part of the issue. The other part, the Asian doll shit, that was whack. My biggest thing is calling black women night riders and Shaniquas and all of this shit. I ain't with that, bro. Like, alright, you got your preference, bro. But these are black
He
women.
name is
Fresh, you came from a black woman, bro. Regardless of what, how you might like lighter white women or other women of other races, every black
His
woman is
his
not
mama was a night rider.
word, but
a Shaniqua.
every black woman is not ghetto and ratchet. Yes, we do have our fair share of those too. You feel me?
That's our
But they,
culture though. But he's
but
losing it.
and, and and they might have certain things about them because they may have not had certain experiences yet. And don't get it wrong, I've struggled with that. You feel me? We've all struggled with that. Like being as niggas with a certain background. But I know it's a lot of black women that do have that certain level of background and they can identify with some of the things that I've been talking about. So to
And
me
one of
that
the,
shit whack. And that I kinda wanted to let you take my fault, Randy. You go there next. Right after I finish this point up. Randy gonna get what he gonna say, but I want Doc kinda to lead this conversation because
Oh my
Doc's
God,
raising a black daughter.
girl.
So I want to know, as a
well,
person raising a black daughter, the kind of shit that's being pushed out there with this narrative. How you feel about this? Because I want to
well, I
smack
mean,
one of them niggas already.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I I was probably I was always an aspect for or not aspect. I was an advocate for black women because I felt like they got slept on way too much in general. You get what I'm saying? Like as a collective people, because it was like when I was growing up, I would see black women, and then like the way they would be depicted, I'd be like, yo, this isn't like yeah, like you just said. Sure, there was some of them that was like that, but even if some of them was like that, they wasn't like that all the time. Or it's like yo, you don't
Overgeneralization.
or you don't even know the type of struggles that they've gone through to even get to where to get to that point in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, and then it's like now I got a daughter. You feel me? And she chocolate like me. You feel me? So it's like
Thank God. Amen.
is 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 to have another motherfucker put the idea in her head that like she's a night rider because she
Was
came
she a
out beautifully
Shaniqua?
melanated. Yeah, it's like yo, You don't
Who the
realize. You
fuck is
don't
this
real
Shaniqua anyway? Like,
son. I know
Even
Shaniquas that are great people. You
that's
get
what
what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying.
So it's like that's where it's like, yo, why why would you just so haphazardly think it was okay? What made you feel safe in saying that? And it's because the black woman has been the butt of the jokes. You get what I'm saying? It's okay to call a
I don't
shorty like
have you ever read the book They Eyes is Watching God? Shout out to my guy Dr. Mariah. I read that in college. There's a
nah.
saying in that it's a repeating saying in that book that black women are the mules of the world.
Oh yeah, I
That's how
can
they
see that.
viewed.
I could cause as much as black people in general, especially in America, are like are black women as they get beat up on by like if everyone else in America beats up on black people, then everyone else in America and the black man beats up on black women. You get what I'm saying? Period. Point blank. And that just is what it is. So it's like and with that,
It's reinforced by everyone in America, and not even just black men, even black women, because of how they raise their sons to
facts,
not respect black women. Again,
facts,
this is a
and
go ahead, go ahead.
that's why I feel like they felt safe to say some shit like that.
Yeah, because they wouldn't
You
have
feel
said
me?
that. They wouldn't have said that shit
Cause
next to Ariana Grande.
son, you wouldn't say like I don't want to say no wild shit. You feel me? But it's like if we was talking about like oh yeah I don't like tacos. You feel me? And fucking I don't like these taco making bitches. You feel me? Because they just make tacos all the time. You feel me? It's like son. Some bitches might make tacos. Some bitches probably don't know how to make tacos. You feel me? And then my nigga, some of them tacos might be fucking amazing. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? But it's like, yo, who are you to judge a person? Who are you to put that out there? You feel me? Like, yeah, taco make a person that makes tacos is somewhat less appealing to even if that's not your preference. You get what I'm
each
saying?
his own, but that
Yeah,
don't give you the right to
yeah.
put somebody else down
Because you
just
Because
have
because you bigging up
because you
your
have a
preference. You
certain.
could big up their preference.
Go ahead, my fucking
you
going.
just because you might have a preference in something that doesn't mean there isn't beauty in something you might not have a preference towards.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's just it. Like don't get me wrong. I I don't have a lot of white girls on my belt, you feel me? Period. You know what I'm
Excuse me.
saying? And like skinny white girls, they don't really do it for me. You know what I'm saying? No offense. Not no issue to them. But whatchamacallit? Emma Watson? Hermione?
I don't know who
Oh
that
yeah, I
is.
like Hermione.
Son.
Harry Potter.
Been in love with her since fucking Harry Potter, nigga. Still to this
Oh,
day.
oh,
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But it's just is you. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't. I can't just be like, yeah, fuck all them skinny white bitches. You feel me? Because yeah, stick and
You
bone.
can't overgeneralize. That's very
Exactly.
important. You cannot overgeneralize. People
Yeah.
who overgeneralize are just not aware and they're just lazy. Because rather than seeing the world for what it is, they just want to pick one and just put a random label on everything.
pause.
You cheat yourself out of life.
I think they were just trying to cash in on
They were trying to
black
be
women being the butt of the joke,
and they were trying to
and
be
that shit is
shock jocks
pathetic.
or some Howard Stern shit. But like my thing is this, right? Even if you got your preference, whatever, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? I don't care what you like. Cause listen, I've dated women of all shades, colors, races, everything, man. From black, Asian, white, different parts of Europeans, and it's like I know that of all those women that I've dealt with, it was none that I could identify with more than black women. So for me, I can't. For me, I don't. I prefer to be with black women. I've dated Hispanic women too. That's fine. But black and Hispanic women because they can identify with some of the struggles. I don't. I've dated a woman that was Italian. It was cool. We had a good time, but it was a lot of differences in how we viewed the world due to the fact that it was certain things that she found socially acceptable that I did not.
Yeah, me too. I dated a John that was from that background too. And every time I stepped in her crib, I felt like her mom was like mad racist to me. No funny shit. Her
Okay.
sisters fuck with me because
Yeah.
white girls at a younger age they it's cool with black people. They want to be like black people, but like the older people, they
That's
just
what I'm
look down
saying.
at you and shit.
The
Like,
mom wasn't no much of an issue. The grandmother didn't fuck with me. You know, I'm sitting there trying to be nice
yep.
and shit like that. And I hugged the grandma, and I got the vibe after the hug, like she was not feeling me. I'm like, all right, my nigga, I ain't feeling this and all this stuff. And then I had to tell her about herself one time because she was half Italian, half Dominican. You feel me? So she was feeling like she could say, "Oh yeah, that's my nigga." I'm like, "Yo, you gotta chill with
Mm-mm.
that. Like,
I'm not your
I'm not,
nothing.
I'm not your nigga. I'm your man. Like, first of all, even with black women, don't call me a nigga because one, if I call you my bitch, you're not gonna feel that. I'm
Or
your man. You my woman. I'm gonna respect you as such. But when she was doing that, I'm like, if I call you my W word, which they call Italians, you gonna be in your bag. She's like, why would you ever call me that? Blah blah. I'm like, I didn't call you that. I said, if I did call you that, see how it's the same way if you ask women if I call
what,
you a
Guinea?
bitch. No, the W one.
Oh,
Instead of a pop, it's with a W.
oh wow.
Oh, I'm weak. What? I thought you were saying mooly.
No.
That's
Even that
that's what they
too.
call us. That's what they call us. You fucking Mulianza.
Yeah, but I might if I did that, you wouldn't be feeling it. So to me, what these niggas did, you kind of making it acceptable for people to look at black women a certain way. And again, I have my gripes, but that's again, like Rady said before, that's an in-house conversation. People from the outside should never see that shit. Them niggas, what they did was corny, and they give me vibes was that they was cornballs back in the day. They got a couple dollars, had a low success, and may went to the gym and gained 30 pounds. It felt like they was something, but you still a cornball at your nature. Like I tell people all the time, they be like, "Oh, Vish, you fat." I've been fat, skinny, brolic, rainy. You've been there. We've been in the gym all summer,
Mm-hmm.
and all we did was put in work, and we
All
came
day,
back with
every
some
day.
shit, with some gorilla shit. Feel me? So I've been fat, skinny, brolic, all kinds of shit. To me, it don't matter what I am. I'm not a cornball. I got a certain character that
Mm-hmm.
you can't change. I'm gonna always be in my mind. I'm always one of them niggas, and in my mind, it reflects that in my reality in my everyday life. But some of these niggas,
MBD.
they get facts and BD. Some of these niggas feel like because they get into a certain tax bracket and they get to a certain level of fitness, they could do certain things. Perfect example. What's our son that owns Amazon? Jeff Bezos. Cornball. Super duper cornball, bro. Nigga take what's that shit you call not estrogen. What's the shit you call for men? Testosterone and all that shit. Like he Lex Luger. Nigga was just skinny and frail 3 years ago. Like, come on, bro.
He
I
be
ain't
taking that
Cornball.
shit for real?
huh?
He be taking that shit for real?
Yeah, bro, you
You
don't
on
see
the
the
backwood
difference?
game?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, that's fun. So my fault, guy.
I'm dead.
No, that's a backward.
Oh
I'm
yeah, they did
dead. You
backwood.
doing bad. You did
Yeah,
bad. No.
they was all out of front show.
Nah, backwards is valid. They valid.
Excuse me. But if you look at some of the pictures of Jeff Bezos in his 20s and you look at him now or his 30s, he don't look the same person.
He look like he paid niggas to fuck his wife so he could watch. That's the vibes he give me.
I'm
He
dead.
look like he definitely been to the what's that shit called? The Bohemian Grove. He definitely look like he been there.
Hey man, Jeff got a lot of money, man. Let's not fuck with that, man. We definitely work with Amazon. But
Yeah, that's why I feel like
I
that.
don't dislike him. You feel me? But I know he got cornball energy just because of the fact, and it's not wrong with that. That's who he is. But you was a guy who wasn't before you started taking your I just said the word too,
Testosterone.
testosterone, and had a certain bag and and all that. You was bad swag, frail, struggle losing here and all that before you embraced the baldness. You wasn't one of them guys, regardless of what. And he just an example, and that's how I feel like Fresh and Fit are. That they those kind of guys, cause we never heard these niggas before.
Facts.
It wasn't until
Never heard of their
academics was on their
podcast
show,
before neither.
huh?
Never heard of their podcast before neither.
They got popping from academics being on there a couple
Who?
times. Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit? Yeah, I never heard that podcast. But
I heard of it when academics was on there. I didn't know them before that. So they was doing whatever they was doing, but again, Fresh, you look like a cornball, bro. Like Fit, you work out a little bit, so you probably got you a little couple joints, the white joints that don't really date black dudes, so they don't know a black guy with swag or not. And that's how you get your rocks off. Congratulations to you, Fresh. You the black dude who try to hype beast it a little bit to make it seem like you cool, but you really a cornball. So like, and I say this to y'all niggas face with no problem. If y'all want to box celebrity boxer
I'm about to
style,
say we could
we
definitely
can
set up a
set that
boxing
up.
match.
Fresh, we can set me and you up.
Uh,
Fit, you can
to
go
be
against
to be
Randy.
completely honest with you, for the sake of said black daughter, I'd honestly slap the shit out of any one of them niggas.
Word
But
up.
this is my thing, right? This is my thing, right? We can settle it celebrity boxer style, and yeah, we gonna make some money, but we gonna make a pot too, and some of that money will go to education for black women and something like
So,
that. You feel
so
me?
Super. Yeah, I don't even care about the brand.
yo,
That's it.
you know what we need to do? We need to have a segment where we pick a new person who we want to fight every week.
Hey
I'm
man,
with
I
it. Let's
and
do
I
it.
don't want
Special
to
fit
fight.
this
I
week.
want to box. It's not a
Box,
fight.
yeah.
We want to box. We
Facts,
not.
facts, facts, bro.
We want to box. We want to, cause if you feel like a lot of the problem be niggas ain't never get beat up before. Niggas ain't never get slapped. They say what they say and they hide behind computer desks. It's different,
Once niggas get punched in their mouth, they start washing their mouth, and the world is better.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I've been in this
Yeah.
spot.
My,
Like we come from the trenches for real, bro. I've been in the spot when I've been through hoods where niggas wanted to take my head off and they chased the bus for 15 blocks, nigga. I know what that's like. I've been in a situation when I've been jumped. I've been there. I've been in a situation where I've been beaten up on niggas. So I know all sides of that shit. And Randy said it best. When niggas was young, the worst thing a nigga could feel is like, damn, if a nigga punch me, it might be crazy, but once you get punched in your mouth and you realize it's not that bad if
You
you
know
tough
what that
enough
about?
for it, then you willing to scrap with anybody. So it don't even matter.
Yeah. Then once you start learning to move your head, it's over after that.
Yeah, you feel me?
So
But like again, them niggas say certain
that's
shit.
harder.
They move a certain way, and sometimes you gotta get popped in your face one time, bro. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Chilling.
I
That's what
don't.
always told me to stay in my lane, bro. Cause for me, my brother we used to fight a lot. Well, he used to beat me up a lot. You feel me? I used to, feel me? So when I used to go out operate in the streets, I learned like easy. Like you know how certain niggas is slow to it. I see some shit jumping off, I move away. I'm like, oh, it's not for me. I gotta move because I already see like 20
Mm-hmm.
different scenarios that's about to happen. Let me move away. You feel me? Shit like that. You feel me? And that's what
Absolutely.
you gotta just stay in your lane, gang. Like you don't be in your shell. I'm not saying I was never in my shell. You
Yeah.
gotta just not try to be in a mix all the time and do no harm. Don't tolerate no disrespect.
nah,
That's it.
you said it best. Stay in your lane. Carve out your lane out of the life
Yeah.
that
You
you
could
want it
create
to
your
be.
lane. Create your
Stay
lane.
in
It's
that shit. Embrace
Word
that
up.
shit.
like
Cherish that shit.
you just cause you don't like black women don't mean you just get the right to say what you want to say about them. It's niggas out
Word up.
Right.
here that's gonna go to war behind that, bro.
Let's box for that. He need to get punched in his mouth.
For
Good
sure.
fact.
Fuck that.
You could get punched
Cause,
right in your
cause,
shit.
cause it's like, and then it's one thing to say how you feel about it, but then it's another thing to like act on that shit just because you feel like, oh, they ratchet and fucking loud or whatever, ignorant, whatever the fuck he said.
Don't matter. You a bitch because why you doing that to a woman and you saying that in an environment that you control. You not saying that in a spot where a nigga smack the shit out you for saying that shit.
Word up.
That's bitch nigga behavior. If I'm gonna say something, if I'm ever gonna say something that violates somebody, I don't give a fuck who it is. I'ma say it and I'ma stand on what I said.
He's picking his battles. He won't say that to a nigga.
Exactly. You doing that in a
Softly.
controlled environment where everybody there work for you or they on your dick. Pause. Feel me? And so when you say it, nobody really tripping. They don't really care
Son,
that you said it.
son, that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing on the interview, bro. Because he had told them to be quiet, and they was like, "Yeah, fuck this nigga." You feel me? And then he was like, "Oh, I told you to be quiet." It's like, yo, bro, you're not a teacher. You not paying them to be here. You feel me? It's a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. It's like y'all voluntarily potting together.
Yeah, it's a structure to it. Don't get me wrong, but You not they teacher, you not they parent. You can't tell them what to say and what not to say. So it could be like, yo, boom. How about we make this an open floor discussion, which I talk about, because we don't want the viewers to feel left out.
Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
even if they was upset at the disruption, there's a way you go about doing it that doesn't make you look like you think they a bunch of ignorant bitches that just need to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. And Shorty was apologizing again. Man, listen, bro. You know how many I don't be tripping on shit because you know how many times motherfuckers that tell me something because I forget shit all the time, bro. So you might have to ask me to do something 15 times for me to remember the shit if I don't do it right in that moment. So I get it. I understand. It can be frustrating. But at the same time, what you doing, trying to find a way, and you doing that in front of women of other cultures, that shit is whack. Cause you shitting on them. Yeah, I know y'all trying to do the Kevin Samuels thing and high value black man shit, but that's why a lot of women think y'all niggas is fucking corny, bro.
Hmm.
Again,
Son, and even Kevin Samuels, he does his shit a very particular kind of way.
it's with factual information. It's with information. It's not about who he is. Nigga embrace. Nigga tell you, yes, I got two divorces and I take fault for them, both of them. Just like that. He don't put the blame on him when he could. Again, a nigga like me, I'm going through what I'm going through. I take fault for the shit that I did not do. And I look at it that way, you feel me? I don't be tweaking on none of that shit, Brody.
But then it's like, son, I don't know, son. I feel like it's mad gay in general to like limit yourself to limit. You know what? Let me not even go there. Because it's like I get the whole preference thing, but it's like, so you need to tell me, like, some of the fine chocolate shorties I be seeing out there, they just not fine to you because they chocolate?
It,
Like,
and that's cool, like, but again, you don't gotta call them that, bro. You don't gotta call them night riders. You don't gotta call them
Hmm.
Shaniqua. You don't gotta think that they all ghetto and shit. Like the shit that y'all portray them as, bro. Cause I've had a phase personally because of my own experience of a negative experience when I was young. Before I even started dating, I only used to talk to Hispanic women because I didn't know no better. And I was mad young when I was like 10, 11 when I was like, it's like a girl. But then I'm like, nah, like black women, like women's fire. Me and women from Ghana, all other places and shit. So it changed my perspective because I couldn't let that one experience determine my whole shit. Feel me? But them niggas over there talking like niggas that used to get dubbed all the time. Like, it's I used to get dubbed, my nigga.
That's all it is.
Okay. It's, man, listen. It's women out here that don't like fat niggas. I'm fat. I've been fat. I've been up and down my weight. It sounds weird. I'm fake brolic, but I'm still fat. Feel me? I don't be having the cuts and shit. It's been times when I've been slimmer, but for the most of my life, I've been a bigger nigga. It's women that don't like it. It's women that love it. It's women that I turned out into it. Don't like it. I'm not gonna be mad because shorty don't like big niggas. Don't like us. It will be someone that will. Trust
no,
me.
but yeah. And then that's another thing. It's like, I ain't never knock a shorty for not liking bigger niggas. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, now, if you gonna try to play me because I'm a bigger nigga, that's the shit I have a problem with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you can say what you want. I know what I'm capable of doing. Like I be talking my shit. You feel me? My old story, she be like, "Oh, you be thinking, you be saying you can fuck with these girls. What are you trying to prove? It's not trying to prove nothing to you. It's that I'm reassuring myself that I know whatever you saying ain't holding nothing. Cause when I step into Florida, Atlanta, California, women be drooling over me. So it's like whatever you say, whatever our course was, it might have fucked up. But I know what I'm capable of bringing in too. I mean, I've had some, and I won't say names because you know we're not that kind of shit. But I've had women that have very successful radio shows and shit like that that be on TV that be on my body. They fuck with me heavy, and it's like then I've had
As
women
they
that don't
should.
got. I got women that don't got shit going on. That'll be like, yo, you whack. To who? What do you for? Like, no disrespect to you, shorty, but like, what do you do? Like, I'm not knocking you, but All right, you work at Family Dollar. Cool. You got you got your own situations going on. You think I'm not it for you, but you not it for me because that's not what I even attract. So I get the preferences where they coming from, but she don't gotta violate.
Hmm. To each his own, man. Everybody got to stay in their lane and realize to each his own, your own.
Should be crazy, man. Shout out to the black women out there, man.
Shout
California,
out to the Black Queen.
West Coast, not just California, because I'm gonna be in Vegas too. West Coast, I'm coming for y'all. I'm trying to find me a Issa Rae. Shout out to Issa Rae too. Issa's doing a phenomenal job with Insecure. I don't know if y'all niggas watch that show, but I love that show. I'm sad it's
Yeah, I don't
ending.
watch that stuff.
Insecure
But I
was
am coming to visit you in Cali, though. I love Cali.
this is my. I never been to Cali before, man.
Went
Never.
for the first time in May, man. I love Cali. The whole vibe is just different, man.
I'm going
You
for
could
the
go over
first.
there and try to get a job in a dispensary, make a good living off that. And the
Mm,
dispensary workers get good discounts for me.
I'm going over there for the
Oh, I
first
just love
time, and I'm
Cali.
moving. That's crazy. It sounds crazy as fuck, but it's something that it, for niggas like y'all that know me, that sound like some shit that I would do. Like, yo, this nigga Richard Wilson, man, just let and stay.
Be like that. I
I'm
need
a,
to pick up and go sometimes.
I'm already out here, B. So whenever y'all ready.
for sure. This
Find a
nigga
crib that's
GTA on
decent
my
enough.
nuts. Yo, I don't know whose son is. I couldn't see the name just now, but whoever you are, your mama is a garden tool, nigga. You want to be on my Johnson GTA, boy? Fuck out of here. Nigga want to sneak snipe me.
It's getting late, again. We gotta wrap it up soon.
Hell yeah. Yeah. He was talking about fresh and fit being some hoe ass niggas. Fuck them niggas. Child support. We talked about 2022 too.
We
Uh,
talk about your support?
huh?
Did we talk about child
No, we
support?
didn't. We didn't. But we're gonna go to Antonio Brown and child support, and then we're gonna wrap it up with Sean.
All right, bet. AB, how you feel about that situation? So first of all, what was like the third quarter? A few minutes after going to third quarter, he decides to take off his shoulder pads, his equipment, his T-shirt, throw it in the stands, throw his gloves in the stands, and then while the teams are on the field calling plays, he goes, runs off the field into the tunnels. He gives himself an early shower. Now, at first glance, it looks like he's bugging because he has a record for doing things like this, outlandish. People, people are saying all types of things around the league, this, that, and the third, blaming him, criticizing him. But behind the scenes, there's a lot to be told. So apparently he had like a an incentive, right, to get $100 million, $1 million, $3 million, something like that.
That was the narrative initially, but even then they said that was wrong. So
All right. So what's the story now?
he's saying so
He was injured.
he was injured. It was that, but I think the truth lays in the middle. AB, so excuse me. I believe AB did want to reach his incentives because Mike Evans and Chris Godwin I don't think was playing. Um, he was expecting to get more targets that game, and he was doing his thing early, but by the middle of the game, it wasn't that situation no more. So I think the fact that he wanted his incentive, part of that was true, and the other part possibly from being about him being injured. And Shannon Sharp said something prolific, but let's get there. Antonio Brown left the field because he allegedly, from what he was said, his standpoint was that Bruce Arians, coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, told him that if he's not going to go on the field and play, he's off the team.
Oh wow.
So he said that Bruce Arians knew he was hurt. AB had AB had released the what you call it, the text thread between the two of them, speaking about saying can he go and stuff like that. He was saying he was having an ankle injury and all that stuff. He'll try to play. Boom, boom, boom. They're gonna get him the football or whatever, so he'll play. And he did. He feel like BA didn't cover his joint. Yo, who is this nigga?
I'm about to get into GTA vibes.
Or this
So yeah, I
GTA.
don't know. I thought it was because
It was.
he was.
It's a combination of what you saying, Randy. It's a combination of them both. we get in the Bruce Arians side and we get in the Antonio Brown side. So you know
Yeah.
when you get two sides, the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Oh,
But I feel like him him being outlandish, they probably tried to back him in a corner to avoid some outlandish shit, and then he was probably like, "Yes, son, fuck that shit. You don't control me," and it was out. I mean, I'm completely speculating, but you feel me? Because it was like he didn't just he been chilling. He been chilling. He
Nah,
hasn't
he
been.
hasn't. He hasn't. He hasn't. I fuck with AB, but he hasn't. Nigga had a fake vax. Nigga played with a fake vax card for like quarter of the season. It's bugging, bro. He was bugging. He was bugging, bro. So, so he was mad.
everyone's doing that.
He was mad about not meeting his quota partly, but again, if you don't get the fake vax card, you don't get suspended for three
Oh
games.
shit.
So at some point, yes, a lot of things it be fuckery that happen, but you partook in the fuckery happening.
I agree with that.
So you can't be mad. Like again,
You gotta take
Kyrie,
some type of accountability.
you gotta take some kind of accountability. And the biggest issue with AB always is AB's never wrong. There's never no accountability on his side. And that's the biggest issue with Antonio Brown. I don't think Antonio Brown, again, how he handled that situation, throwing his shit in the stands and all that, you ain't have to do that. You could have just walked off the field, or not, or stood on the field, did what you wanted to do, but you didn't have to make it that. But again, Antonio Brown he likes to put on a performance anytime he giving the joint. And I'm not against him because I understand coaches be wanting you to play hurt and all that shit. And we all been there. Nigga, Randy was hurt in college.
Hell yeah.
And he was out there trying to keep his spot doing shit that he should have not been doing. I've been in the same boat too. Cause I
Um,
was a guy I didn't know if I was gonna come back next year or not. I was a guy on the chopping block. And I'm out there doing shit hurt. So I understand that. We all be hurt. Anybody that play football knows you never play a season 100%. You really playing somewhere between 70 and 80. Especially
if you're lucky.
at this point in the season. Come on, bro. You nowhere near
Yeah,
100.
towards the playoffs, you like 50, 60. I ain't gonna lie. Towards the tail end, your fucking leg hurt, your ankles tweaked, your shoulder, something.
And
You're not 100%.
not 100. And again, Shannon Sharp and Antonio Brown got their issues, but Shannon Sharp said something that was prolific and true. He said, I played, how long he played in the year? Like 13, 14 seasons in the league. He said after like his first two seasons, every game he had to get a shot in his ankle with cortisone.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
So you got to think about how many guys do that. Like Randy will
You ever
tell
seen
you
the movie
how many niggas in the port we seen getting cortisone shots or taking
Pills?
pills and stuff, painkillers before
You seen
games.
Varsity Blues? You seen
Yeah,
Varsity Blues?
hell yeah.
Yeah. When son put that shit in his knee, tell him to keep going. I think that was cortisone. I don't know what the fuck that
Yeah,
was.
cortisone shot. Even what's the other one? Any given Sunday. Remember Lawrence Taylor? He's playing the nigga Sharp, and he had mad concussions, but
Oh yeah, hell
he was
yeah,
trying to
niggas
hit
man.
that incentives on tackles.
Bill Bellamy. I mean, what his name? Willie Beeman.
Hmm
Willie Beeman.
Bill
Right.
Bellamy was in the movie too. He was a wide receiver.
Yeah, yeah, facts. Yeah.
So it's like we seen guys do it. I understand for that scholarship, for that opportunity to go to the next level to get 400,000 on a fucking what you call that shit, 400,000 on incentives on top of your contract. I understand that shit, bro. So we all sacrificing something. That's why when people would say, "Oh, college athletes shouldn't be paid," nigga, yes we should, because it's niggas like me and Randy who go around with pains in our body and we ain't receive a dime for this shit.
And starving at the end of the night.
So what?
And starving at the end of
And
at the end of it
starving.
all.
Yo,
Gotta
bro,
sneak into the dining hall to get a meal.
remember the episode I had to do with the little pillow around my neck, drink like we were traveling pillow, bro?
Yeah,
I couldn't pause. I couldn't keep my neck straight, bro. That's from playing football.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you need a super pause for that one, B.
I said, pause, nigga.
I know you needed another one just in
Nigga,
case.
that's what the fuck am I supposed to call this? Name a body part, nigga.
I
Talk
ain't gonna lie. Sometimes
talk
I'll
about
take
your
I
weakest neck.
I wake up in the morning. I take a good piss, like it just stands straight up, and my lower back could just hurt out of nowhere, be on fire. I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
My head,
And I gotta like,
shoulder, that my left shoulder that I was tackling with, that shit is fucked, bro.
fuck,
That shit is fucked up on all kinds of levels.
niggas' bodies is fucked up.
Cause his body, when it start raining and get cold, I don't want to do shit. Like again, that's why
Nah,
I
you
think
just
moving
a
to
old
California gonna
nigga.
be great for me. Cause you said
you
what?
just you just a old nigga.
Nah, bro.
I feel him when
You
it's
know what
raining.
it
It's
is, Dot?
cold while I lay inside listening to
Dot
jazz music.
Dot
That's
Dot
it.
ain't playing the trenches for real. For real. He played it like for like a little bit, but
Pop Warner,
pop on and shit. But when you get in the trenches in college and you got niggas that's 300 pounds on the line,
and it's
6'5"
repetitious. I'm
reps,
still all day. Then the minute you taking the rep off,
niggas
what the
trying to
fuck you doing?
smoke
Get
you.
out of there. Yeah, get out. For me, you can't risk that, bro. You feel like a bitch. Then you wasting your time because we gonna hit. You just here taking up space. You know, you fighting for the top spot. And to get the top spot requires, you feel me, your 100% effort
Hmm.
over and over and over again, regardless of how you feel. Niggas ain't hearing excuses, you feel me? Unless your moms is like them niggas, moms donating thousands to the school. My moms ain't have it. We couldn't do that.
That's
I
what
had
I'm
to just play
saying.
hard. That's it.
You
Like,
just had to play hard and figure this shit out as you went. Like it's not no old nigga shit. It's just that I like, bro. I play middle linebacker in defensive end, and then I play semi-pro ball, and then I got invited to play some indoor arena football, playing offensive and defensive line. This shit ain't no
I want
fucking
to play
joke.
professional, bro. I need your help, bro. I'm trying to play like a few years professional, and I'm gonna
Nah,
quit.
you definitely could play in a arena league, bro. Yo,
How
this the
much?
league,
As long as they pay me something, I don't care if it's a whole lot. I want
bro.
to
I
just.
know some niggas that's ass playing in an arena league right now, bro. You definitely could play.
Also, I'm gonna find a baseball league too. Like you feel me? Like even if it's like double A, triple A, like some even if it's lower,
Jordan.
I wanna try out. No funny
Nah, for
shit,
sure,
bro.
for
I
sure.
know I got some juice in me still. Pause. Like I be feeling like I feel
Absolutely.
it. Like
And
right now, I feel it.
Get mine.
absolutely. But again, and we as guys
I
that's been able to
do
do
something.
that, we understand that this pain be no joke, man. Again, that's why I've been big on trying to eat better and doing things to work out. That's why I do boxing training and shit.
Yeah,
Cause,
let it
bro,
Oh
work.
this
well,
shit.
real quick, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Talking about old niggas, R.I.P. Betty White and Bob Saget.
Word
R.P. Danny
RIP.
Tanner, word up. R.P. Betty White,
And
Golden Girls.
RIP to what's my man from the Mac Goldie man? What's his name? R.I.P. to Max Julian that played Goldie in the
Multi
Mac.
Max Julian.
I don't know if y'all seen the Mac, but that's an American classic, like black exploitation film.
Yeah, Tubi got them. I'm gonna start watching a lot of those.
Hmm I was watching Black Dynamite on HBO last night. Max, so shout out to HBO Max.
Wait, which one? The original or like the? Cause they
Cartoon,
dropped one.
cartoon, cartoon.
Alright.
I was rewatching what you call it,
You know they got
Breaking Bad.
what's the
Yeah, I'm gonna start rewatching that too. That's a great show.
what's the movie called, man? God damn, well, I can't remember the name of that joint. Eddie Murphy. Anyway, you keep it going. I'll figure out the name
Happy
of it.
birthday, Jimmy Page too. Word.
Hmm
One of my favorite
Oh,
guitarists.
Dolomite. That's what it is. They got Dolomite on Tubi. That shit's hilarious. I love Dolomite.
Shit had me weak.
But yeah, man, shit. Yeah, we just gotta take care of our bodies. I understand AB's frustration, and if people don't know it or not, because you can't really tell CTE until somebody's dead, so you can look at their
Word.
brain. What we seen with Antonio Brown, I can get almost guarantee when they start to do procedures to test his brain and stuff like that, you're gonna see high levels of CTE. You're gonna see, I think, alarming rates levels of CTE.
I don't know, bro, because I feel like AB like he been Ed though.
Nah, bro, he wasn't always like this.
Not like this, but he been Ed.
But you got to think how long he been playing football. He from Florida. He been playing his whole life.
We ain't hear him from AB till he got to NFL or till college. By then, nigga, that the wear and tear is on your brain already. So you
Exactly.
feel me? You don't know if he
They start,
been at or it's just an effect from
and I
football.
won't even call it. Hey, it just like nigga
But I know what he
mentally.
means though,
Yeah,
so that's what I'm just saying.
mentally is not there. Like you got to think in Florida, they started playing football at 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, banging hard.
Banging. The guy's in his mid. He's in his early 30s. Think about the guy. We seen what happened to Muhammad Ali, bro, having like Parkinson's
Hmm.
disease and CTE too.
And that's
Ali
probably why I don't want
Ali wasn't who he was when he at the time he passed away. Who he was in his prime. He was charming, charismatic. At a point, he couldn't even talk.
to shocking.
So when you in these sports like football or you in a fight game where you catch repeated pause blows to the head, it does take a toll on your body. Teddy Atlas always said the man that the boxer is when he go into the ring, he's half that when he leaves. So if you keep going, same thing with football. If you half the person you were when you stepped on the field or you stepped in the ring and you've been doing this for 10, 12, 13 years, pro, not including even growing up, who are you really?
True that.
It's just
It's a long lasting effect, and like you said, you'll never know until the person dies. They could check their brain.
for sure. I mean, I watched. Shout out to I Am Athlete, dope podcast. I've seen which is Chad Ocho talk about, man. Listen, everything in my life is going great, but right now I just don't feel good. Like I got money, I'm not sick, I'm not unhealthy, I'm not this, I'm not that. Excuse me, but currently I just don't. I woke up and I just wasn't feeling the day.
I be feeling like that, bro, and I be scared because I be like, why the fuck I be feeling like this, son? I know what he means. Like, you just
Exactly.
don't be feeling it. Like, dang, I just don't got the energy to do shit today. Like, I'm just
So
not feeling it. Like,
and we talk about mental health. You have to the traumas of growing up the in a certain environment. Then you throw in the fact that you have a chemical imbalance in your brain. All of us niggas that play football have a chemical imbalance, bro. Every single one
hmm
of us, because we at before they started teaching this Seahawk tackling shit, niggas been leading with the crown of their head to make tackles for fucking 5, 6, 7, 10 years. So
coaches was encouraging that. It would be a highlight hit.
it's
Be
a
like,
highlight
ooh, go
hit.
ahead, go ahead. It was
Put your helmet
recently.
against chest.
Bro, I remember being like 10, 11, like a little kid, like being dazed, like seeing blue, like, and then just gotta recover. Like, you feel me? Like, niggas ain't take me out of the game, bro. Like, I'm just in the game and gotta recover throughout them 2 plays, playing the days, like, to the point where I go home and then I was just like, oh shit, that really happened. Like, that's surreal, bro. Like, sometimes Sunday morning I wake up and like can't record the whole game. Sometimes I'm like 10, 11 going through this, and I'm just regular. Like I'm not complaining because I love football. Like, but now being older
And you
and
not
I
understand.
don't.
Now you understand the long lasting effects as you grow.
Yeah, bro.
Listen,
Like,
man.
go,
Go ahead. Hey, man. I had a teammate of mine. He taught me a lot about playing the linebacker position in high school. He telling me, yeah, bro. If I don't got a headache, I ain't hitting hard enough.
yeah, you stupid.
I'm like, yo, bro, what? And I didn't realize it. Like I realized it then that it sounded crazy, but then as I got older, I'm like, yo, that shit is really bugged up that he thinks that. Like, you're not supposed to have a headache when you hit people, bro.
Push it shoulder.
But a lot of people don't understand it. And then you gotta think about some of us that go to college or go to high school and stuff. We go there and we don't even want to not play because if we don't play, we lose our spot.
Hmm.
Especially college. If I'm not playing, I'm losing my spot. Like I remember being in a room and and no problem. Like man, go, he doing his job as a recruiter, but he'll tell you. And Buf, I mean not Buf. Oh fuck, Buf been there too. Randy, you been there. He'll tell you at the end of the season, great season, fellas. Blah blah blah. But I'm trying to recruit guys better than y'all.
Hmm. It's a business.
It's
No
business.
hard feelings. That's one thing about man growing. He prepared to the real world. Kept it real. That's what you're doing for me right now. Like, don't think you safe. Shit
Hmm.
could change for me, blink of an eye. You gotta stay
Absolutely.
on your shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who else we got? We could move on from the AB joint. You said AB. Child support. Child support. Child support. I mean, I don't got no kids, so I don't really have much say in the matter. I think child support deserves to go to the child. If the primary provider for the child cannot provide a stable environment, it should go to the other party of the child if you
Yeah,
can
I agree with
provide that.
that. The only reason I'm saying that is I don't got no children either, but like man, people I work with and like people that don't work with I just see in the street, they talk about child support. And in a lot of cases, the dad got like he's working, he's doing this, that, and the third, and the mom ain't doing shit. So I'm like,
Oh,
damn,
it's the system is
it
very
must be
biased.
lit.
It's biased to women and children over men for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, it must be lit to just be a woman, right? And just know you got just bread, some type of bread coming in. Like you feel me? Like you could just you feel me? You probably got your little food stamps handle, your little income. Like you just know, like like what? That's not fair, bro. Like it took two to make the baby. They should both have child support, if anything. I feel like if as a man, the man is required to provide this much, then a woman should be required
I
Well,
feel
to
like
pay the
child
let me
same
support,
say
thing.
this. Let
So
child
it
me
could be
say
for
support
the
is not
baby.
child
let me
support.
s-
Before I go there, done.
let me say this.
Go ahead.
Having a kid, you feel me? The women do deal with a lot when it comes to the kids. You
Okay,
feel
that's very nigga
me?
shit.
And sometimes child support is literally the least you can do in comparison.
Okay,
I feel like, and it depends on your situation. If you were, if, I feel like
Facts. It totally
if you
does,
were bum ass, if you were bum ass
but
nigga,
the thing about it is the state not gonna go independently to each situation. They gotta come up with laws that's gonna
no,
gloss over
that's that,
everything.
and that's why paying for your lawyer is very important in setting up your
Facts.
case. A lot of these
Facts.
dudes go in there with public defenders and shit, or
And get
like
screwed.
and get yeah, they don't know what the fuck they doing, and
Because they don't know the rights that they have access. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of shit where niggas can get screwed over. The state probably
it's
does lean
biased. It's
towards the
biased towards
mother,
women and children.
but at the same time, if you as a man, you go in there on your shit and you not bullshitting, you have access to a lot of rights to your kids. And I'm not saying there's the niggas that fucking they get shitty hands, they get shitty baby mamas, and they get into shitty situations. You feel me? There is, but at the same time, like if you go in there early enough, you handle your biz and you do what you gotta do, you shouldn't be one of those horror story situations that niggas be hearing about all the time.
right up.
That that's the one that's the one thing
Unless,
I can say.
because we can't, I won't act like it doesn't exist. There are the bitter baby mothers that exist.
Facts.
It
Facts.
happens.
But the thing about it, if you have a bitter baby mama, if you have a bitter baby mama, then you know that, then you have to be doubly on your shit. You have to be the one initiating the court papers. You have to be the one initiating the making sure that there's somebody else involved in making sure your kid is taken care of because you have a bitter baby mama. She's not gonna always do what she's gonna do shit out of bitterness. So to avoid that, you gotta go to court, my nigga. And if you don't accept that shit, then it's like you just fucking waiting for you asking for trouble.
You're inevitable. Yep.
Like I said, you feel me? Like, yeah, niggas do get dealt shitty hands, but at the same time, you do have options as a nigga. And if you don't take, like, it's like what we was talking about with the clay shit. You feel me? If you don't take shit and make shit, handle it so that you have a semblance of control in what it is you do and how you're viewed by the state and how you're viewed in regards to being a parent, then this shit is just gonna be left into the control of the mother. because they don't really expect you to do that shit to begin with.
Absolutely, and I agree with you on that. That I think
Like,
working in the human services field, I learned a lot of the tricks of the trade, and a lot of the time it's just that men don't have the information, and that's all it be. They just don't have the information to do what they have to do. So they handle situations without fully understanding the rights that they have. Because initially, in most states, when a child is born, there is no custody. If you sign a birth certificate, y'all both have joint custody to begin with.
Hmm.
yeah,
So people don't know that, and the thing with me is when I see men that supposed to like fathers that don't do what they supposed to do as far as they wait for their baby mother to give them all the information. Again, I don't have a baby mom. I'm not big into that. I mean, I wouldn't be if I may be a situation I may have one. Who knows? You know how life works. But the kind of person that I've always been, my dad has been very active. Like my mom was very active in my life too, but my dad was the one that took me to the doctor. He was the one that went to parent teacher conference because it's like my mom be on it too, but my mom it's my mom, so my pops he was with some nah, I'm not playing with this education shit. Like we not playing with that, you not doing that bullshit. Like you fucking up, you I'm gonna kick your ass type shit. So it was what it was. And that's kind of how I want to be as a parent. I want to be very active with my children.
Yeah.
Like I know with podcasting and all this is a lot, but it's the reason that I went into this lane because I wanted to have the ability to control how active I am with my youth. You feel me? When I have them.
yo, and listen, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. The shit I'm saying sounds good. You feel me? But until you have a kid and you in it for yourself, the shit is a fucking toss up. You feel me? To be completely real with you, you can do your best to plan the shit out. You can do your best, but it's like, yo, the person that somebody is before they have a kid, the person that they are after they have a kid, it can be two completely different people. You get what I'm saying? Woman
Hmm.
or man. So it's just like, yo, you gotta, like I said, individually speaking, there's you as a man, you have to figure out how to handle your situation to
So what works
do
best for
what
you?
it is you need to do. What
For
work
for
best for me, nigga? I don't fucking know. I'm still
no, I'm
figuring it
saying
out.
for what works best for you.
Oh yeah. He's about
Example.
he's, yeah, he's about to have me spill the beans, nigga.
Nigga
Nah,
said, shit, I'm winging
but
it.
that you know what it is too though, because you know me and we talked about it earlier. The way I am, I treat everything like business. I like to be in control of what I can be in control of.
Right.
I can't react to who or what my baby mother will be, but I can react to how I handle situations and what I
Right.
and I'll set that expectation early. It's a reason that I don't have kids right now, because
Yeah,
I
that,
have a very strict like expectation. Like yes, there's leeway to things, but there's certain things that I expect out of the mother of my child, like to be prepared for, because I'm not the life that I want to provide for my child.
and all I'm
Yo,
saying,
Dan, I gotta sign off soon. It's 10 o'clock.
I got you, B. But shit, all I'm saying is like when you I hear what you're saying and I completely understand that. But when you throw a child and a mother into the mix, it don't always, like you said, it's not business and it's not gonna work like business. It's you got, I don't know, bro, to be completely real with you, you just, it's not black and white. You
Oh
feel
no no
me? You
no
can you can lay your expectations out, but at the same time, you can't completely expect for them expectations to be met. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like if it's not met, then it's like what are you gonna do then?
no
You feel me? And then
no.
that
So
that that has to be a whole other like plan that
what
you
you're
ready
saying,
for and you prepare for.
what you're saying is absolutely right, which is why I've been very. It's not that I'm not inflexible with what I'm willing to accept, but I'm also very direct in what it is that I'm seeking out of a partner to raise a child. It has to be a certain level of understanding. This is what we're gonna do, whether we work or not. Like it's about open communication, and I that's one of the conversations that I have with women. I'm gonna ask you, what? All right, cool, kids. Let's talk about kids. What is it that you want for your kids? Like, what is it you want for your child? But oh, do whatever they want to do. This, that, and the third. I'm cool with my kid wanting to do what makes them happy, but I'm also understanding they have to have a certain level of structure. They can't just be out there doing whatever. I don't agree with anybody that thinks, oh, well, my kid is 14, 15, 16, they grown. No, they not fucking grown. They still a kid. Like, I still believe in that. Yes, they gonna be a teenager wanting to live life how they want to, but I still have to teach them how to do certain things and maneuver through life.
Mm.
What I'm learning, oh well, what I'm learning now.
And it's different because your situation is a little bit different than most. Feel me? Well, not a little different. It's common, but it's not the situation that
Yeah.
Yo, I'm about to sign off, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta hang up, y'all.
you think.
Sorry, Brody. Be easy, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 3. So y'all
Oh
finish the
shit.
shit though, and I put it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
All
talk
right.
to y'all in the morning.
All right.
Say that. Cheers, son. What you call it? And I feel like as much
Hold on. Hold on.
planning and
Hold on. Hold on.
stuff.
Hold on. Hold on. Cause I'm gonna join the call on this phone, but I'm gonna turn myself off, and I'm gonna cover this up at this point, just so you could be seen. What you were saying?
Yeah, I was like, as much as you can plan for the future and shit, like you really gotta take it like one day at a time.
Oh, again,
Because
for all of that, you absolutely right. I'm not saying that part is not what you're saying is true. What I'm saying is, I also understand the certain levels of expectations that that I'm looking to give or to provide. You feel me? I
yeah,
can't determine who my child is going to be because they're their own individual person.
but,
But
but then
I can determine what's around them that I can control, not the influences that they get from their peers in school and stuff like that. That's
yeah,
completely different. I can't do nothing about that. But the environment that I provide, I definitely
yeah,
can
yeah,
manipulate that environment to provide a certain level of expectation. That's all, or a certain level of things to be. What's the word I'm trying to look for? A certain level of like experiences. You feel me?
yeah. No, yeah, I feel it. I think when
Hold on.
I can
Hold on. I'm turning it down. So you go ahead.
I can definitely see where you coming from with it and how that shit could work. But it's like son, you just gotta get somebody you can work with.
That's it.
If there's anything
That's it.
I can if there's the best advice I could give you as a nigga with a kid, find somebody you can work with. Because it's like whether y'all together or not, working together to raise your kid is the best is what's best for her or him. You feel me?
Absolutely. And I believe that well for me that's one of the best things of my situation that I didn't go in, I left the situation without having that because that brings a different layer of difficulty.
Yes, and you need a round of applause for that one because I'm happy for you. Son would have been sick if you had to keep going back to Rochester.
Not really. I mean, to me, I want to provide my child with a certain life, and when I see a person not willing to do certain things, to me it's okay. I could fuck with you on this level, but not on that level because people only do what they know. And again, at a certain point in time, certain things were okay with me because I didn't know better. But now that I do know better, it's not okay.
Now I feel that.
Like again, I will never, in my mind, I would never look at a teenager as an adult. That's for me personally. Yes, they could
Son,
watch themselves. They could do certain things, but still they're
we've
not
been
adults.
teenagers. We know we not adults, but we do also know that we thought we was.
Hmm. Like this is not talking about anything like that, but it's just certain things that I've noticed where in cultures they put certain things on people's plates that they're not fully equipped for, and that's a big in our culture where we think that when you get to a certain status that you have to do things like I'm one of them people also where I don't feel like my child has to move out at 18. I ain't saying baby him, but I'm not going to throw you out in a world that you're not prepared for.
Facts.
And I mean, you the parent here, so you could probably answer these questions better than I can. But that's just how I feel about these situations.
No, I feel it. I totally feel it. Well, yes, and kids. Well, is what it is.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been another
I feel,
exciting episode of the
I feel like we
another
was supposed to talk about Sean too. That's what it was. Sean. Another.
Sean.
Yeah, but y'all didn't see Drink Champs and Randy's not here, so we're gonna save that for the next episode. Anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Mm, not really. Always got time to talk about these trifling hoes, but
I mean, we can
I'll
do that.
save that for next episode.
We can
You
do
feel
that.
me?
We can do that.
Because
I'm
these
always
trifling
down to talk about some
hoes.
trifling stuff.
I can't get into it right now
Why not?
because I got shit I gotta go do too.
All right. So this is the best swoop. I mean, not the best swoop. So the Jungle Report podcast. God damn. This is the Jungle. See, when we do so many shows a week, you don't know what to say. This is the Jungle Report podcast, and we logging out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in like y'all do every week. Like, comment, subscribe, and I know y'all like that new agenda we added at the beginning of the show, the subscribe button right there with the click. You feel me? I appreciate y'all for tuning in as y'all do every week, and we gonna do a better job of marketing to you guys, man, for sure.
You already know what it is.
My bad, y'all. I'm playing GTA. Niggas shooting the fuck out of me right
Look
now.
like you getting smoked, nigga. Wasted.
Hell no, nigga. You crazy. Ain't no waste of nothing around these parts. Oh yeah, we out of
Listen,
here.
I gotta get me my own backdrop, son. That's what I need.
Back, what you gonna make your backdrop?
I don't know, son. Gotta figure it out. Gotta get me a logo.
What a DG logo?
Word. Put an alligator on it or some shit.
I'm dead, not a alligator.
Or a hog rider.
Said a whole rider. You a wild nigga, man.
All right, son. Holla at me,
We
though.
out of here. This is Best Swoop Show, man. I mean, Best Swoop Show. Jungle Report. God damn. Yo, my bad. This is the Jungle Report
Son,
podcast, man. We out
terrible,
of here.
son. Terrible.
My bad. I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing in GTA and all of this, because it's not difficult to do what we do. You feel me? It's just that sometimes we get a little distracted by certain
Son, it's
things.
right, son. You was getting smoked.
I
Nobody
ain't get
cared.
smoked. I'm still alive. I'm surviving, nigga. It's something.
Burly, nigga.
It's something called snacks and body armor, man. You feel me? I'm getting digital out here.
All right, son.
Yeah, we out of here, man. We out.